When Charlie Kirk was removed from the world stage in September, the internet didn't mourn. It performed digital alchemy and transmuted him into something post-human. Within days, thousands of users began Kirkifying memes, transforming every meme from Wojak, Drake posting Mona Lisa to King Von with Kirk's unmistakable face, whose expressions seems permanently trapped between confession and confusion. Welcome to Hidden America, where magic meets cybernetics and the code behind reality unveils itself. Kirk's face, a face that seems permanently zoomed in 15%, has become a mask, an archetypical face of America's online ID, patriotic, paranoid, self-righteous, and eerily self-aware. This was a form of memetic necromancy, the reanimation of a public figure into an idea, a thought form. What began as mockery evolved into ritualized replication, transforming Charlie Kirk's digital corpse into a living Hyper-Sigil of the new right's psychic engine. In the early 20th century, occultist Austin Osman Spare described sigil magic as the process of condensing desire into a symbol, charging it through repetition, and releasing it into the subconscious. When the mind forgets the literal image, the desire manifests through reality itself. Social media is the perfect technological analog of Spare's ritual. Every repost, share, remix, and comment becomes a repetition of intention. The algorithm, designed to reward engagement, functions as the unconscious mind of the collective. Its logic doesn't care whether a symbol is mocked or adorned, only that it is fed. Attention is the charge, emotion is energy. Thus, Kirkification acts as a mass ritual of replication, where mockery becomes invocation. Each ironic repost strengthens the symbol's autonomy, just as Spare believed obsession gives birth to an independent psychic entity. Kirk didn't die, he was transmuted into an idea, something greater, and ideas are eternal. Philosopher Nick Land in the CCRU coined the term Hyperstition to describe fictions that make themselves real through belief and repetition. Hyperstitions are memes with ontological ambition. They begin as jokes or rumors, but through circulation, solidifying into social fact. The Kirk meme now operates in this exact circuit. It no longer refers to a human being, but to an idea of Kirk, the weaponized absurdity of American discourse. His face becomes a floating signifier, detached from politics, yet charged by it, representing the memetic feedback loop between culture, media, and ideology. Like the ancient Egyptian god of chaos, Kek, of 2016's meme wars, Kirk is now a recursive meme deity of the attention economy, a god born from engagement metrics. Intelligence agencies recognized decades ago that memes could serve as tools of psychological warfare. The Rand Corporation's research into narrative contagion, the Pentagon's cognitive security programs, and the NSA's interest in viral information all point toward an open secret. Memes are weaponized emotions. Kirkification exemplifies this evolution. It transforms political discourse into memetic theater, where irony shields ideology from scrutiny. The user who laughs at Kirk's face is simultaneously reinforcing the narrative framework that produced it. Humor becomes camouflage for belief. Through this lens, Kirk is both the jester and the soldier of a new cultural front, the memetic wars of perception. A hypersigil, as coined by Grant Morrison, is an extended work of art used to reshape consensus reality, a story, character, or symbol infused with willpower and intention. In the age of algorithm, memes are hyper-sigils, image spells coded for virality, charging themselves through repetition and emotional feedback loops. Kirkification mirrors the same magical logic that birthed the rise of Pepe or Kek in 2016, where a cartoon frog became the digital mascot of chaos magic in memetic warfare. But this time, the right isn't just memeing, they're resurrecting. Every magician knows the principle. Death releases energy. When a public figure dies, especially under mysterious or symbolic conditions, their image becomes unbound from the flesh and free to mutate. Kirk's murder injected his meme with martyr energy, charging the sigil with emotional current. The memetic community didn't just mock his death, they ritualized it. Through every Kirkified meme, they unconsciously performed a resurrection rite, giving the spirit of Charlie Kirk new digital bodies across infinite timelines of the internet. In Tibetan mysticism, a tulpa is a thought form, an entity created through intense concentration that eventually gains autonomy. Western occultists like Alexandra David Neal described monks who could conjure companions so vivid they behaved independently. On the digital plane, mass attention performs the same operation. Millions of users focusing on a single icon, remixing it, laughing, hating, worshipping. It accumulates psychic inertia. The meme becomes a tulpa of the hive mind. The Kirkified face thus functions as an algorithmic tulpa, a synthetic personality animated by collective attention, able to hijack the algorithm and dictate the tempo of discourse. Why Kirk? Because he embodies the perfect feedback mirror of late-stage American consciousness. His expressions, smug yet uncertain, moralistic yet hollow, reflect the paradox of a culture addicted to certainty but drowning in irony. Kirk is the patron saint of algorithmic confidence. By inserting his likeness into every meme template, users unconsciously perform a ritual of natural self-reflection. The meme laughs at itself, but the laughter never ends. It becomes nervous, recursive, infinite. The more absurd the image, the truer it feels. Now, when J.D. Vance, one of Kirk's political allies and a close friend, appeared on Halloween dressed as his own meme, he wasn't just playing along with internet humor. He was performing memetic aikido, absorbing ridicule and redirecting it as symbolic power. A political figure mocked online learns that the meme is an accelerant, not a toxin. The more absurd the caricature, the more attention flows toward the archetype, and attention is the true currency of the algorithmic age. Vance, like Kirk, understands the internet's logic rewards participation over persuasion. To become the meme is to step inside the feedback loop and steer it from within. Once a politician embraces their own image as a circulating symbol, they move from being the target of memetic warfare to becoming the operator of a living narrative engine, becoming the meme before the meme consumes you. In dressing as himself, Vance symbolically possessed his own caricature, turning mockery into mastery, humiliation into energy. It was the same technique Crowley used in the Book of the Law, transform ridicule into worship through inversion. Vance harnessed the power of Kek. Now, while the left has struggles to meme, people always say the left can't meme. The right has turned it into an art of war. From Trump's golden memes to Musk's ironic chaos posts to Kirk's posthumous resurrection, conservative figures have learned to channel collective psychic energy through irony. Every share, remix, and repost feeds the sigil. The laughter is the ritual, the virality, the offering. In this sense, Kirkification is the digital version of a Catholic relic cult. The saint's body may be gone, but his image heals, divides, and galvanizes belief. Memes thrive on anarchic energy, ambiguity, contradiction, humor that flirts with the taboo. Right-wing online spaces tolerate that chaos because it destabilizes opponents. The contemporary left, by contrast, tends to police boundaries of meaning and tone, which slows the spontaneous mutation that meme culture requires. Hence, the left can't meme. What we are witnessing now is the next stage of digital alchemy, the fusion of psychological warfare and chaos magic. Political figures are no longer individuals, they're memetic egregors, entities that live through data and die through narrative collapse. When Vance wears his meme like armor, he is completing the Hyper-Sigil loop. The politician becomes an egregor host, a human vessel for a distributed swarm of jokes, edits, and AI distortions. Mockery and worship feed the same current. In occult language, this is sympathetic inversion, turning attack energy into fuel. In media strategy terms, it's narrative inoculation. By parodying himself, Vance removes the sting from external parody and recenters the discourse around his chosen image. The meme ceases to become ridicule, it becomes brand mythology. And now, Kirk is transmuted. His death was not the end of his influence, it was just his initiation. Kirk has become what every meme aspires to be, a living hyper-sigil that channels the collective unconscious of the digital right. Every age finds its own ritual stage. The Renaissance had court masks, the 20th century had television, the 21st century has the meme stream, TikTok loops, AI composites, and ironic edits that travel faster than any press release. Within the theater, Kirkification represents the spontaneous creation of a folk deity, and Vance, as a meme, represents the conscious attempt to domesticate that deity, turning chaos into campaign energy. Both sides of the act reveal the same principle. Whoever understands the memetic field controls the temple of political perception. As I mentioned, a sigil's power lies in forgetting its literal meaning, so the symbol can act freely in the unconscious. Online, this forgetting happens automatically. Context collapses, and only emotional charge remains. When politicians step into the current knowingly, they are practicing ritual politics, embodying themselves inside the algorithmic unconscious. The danger, of course, is that no one truly commands a hyper-sigil. Once released, it feeds on attention from every direction, loyal or hostile alike. The meme egregor is different to intention. It only wants circulation. What we're witnessing isn't just who can meme better, it's the emergence of a memetic priesthood, strategists, influencers, and digital artists who understand that images now function as emotional software. The right success has been to treat memes as rituals of belonging. If the culture continues along this path, campaigns will look less like debates and more like viral liturgies, each side summoning its own archetype from the digital ether. Because Hyperstition doesn't care who starts the joke, only who survives it. Kirkification is the new mode of politics. Belief by repetition, reality by remix. The face that launched 1,000 memes has become the mask of a new religion. Thank you for watching Hidden America. Until next time, stay awake with eyes wide open.
Bitch, I'd rather die! Come on, Aiden, come on. It's my fucking kid right there! I'd be damned if I fell!